Hey y'all, what it do? What's up? Your girl G here. Welcome back to my channel. We're gonna get right back at it, y'all. I was able to watch this episode of Loving Hiphop Miami, y'all. We are back into the 305, okay? Miami is in Miami-Dade County, whatever county they in. Miami, okay? We're tricking Trina. Trina's, the self-proclaimed queen of, Miami and stuff like that or whatever. Trina girl, I'm sorry, girl, you gonna get lit up. You gonna get lit up. I ain't even gonna lie. So if you're a Trina fan, this might not be the review for you. Cause I got some things to say about that attitude that she had. Like for real, for real. It just was not cute. But nonetheless, you guys, I thought I was gonna do a review, combining episode 1 and episode 2, but I'm just gonna do episode 2. So that way I can get through it and stuff like that because I got some things to do today. So let's go ahead and get into it, you guys. So we open up the episode. Ooh, sorry, y'all. Dang, it's like every time I try to start something, like my throat just start getting a little croaky. I don't like that. Ugh. So like I was saying, we open up the episode, matter of fact, with Trina. Trina is in the studio. I guess she's doing like a remix to No Love, which I love that song. When it came out, I was just like, she called my, like, hold on, choose up some out of my truffles, start if you want, the way that you talk, and you finna leave with your back blown, okay? You gonna blow that bike out, okay? The way that you talking, you finna leave with your back blown, okay? So yeah, she was doing a remix with that, and she's in there with Super Cindy, which I guess is like a famous, radio host personality down there in Miami, and basically they agreed to do like an all-female, like Queens Don't Compete type of like album, I guess, or EP nonetheless. And so Super Cindy, she does like her ciphers and everything like that too. So she's kind of like in the game. She's been, around, scoping talent and things like that. So I did love the fact that also they put Flo Milli, because Flo Milli does not get the appreciation that she deserves. If you're a Flo Milli fan, put it down in the comments. If you with Flo Milli, okay, in that one song she said, big top, small bottom, bitch be like a wine glass. I said, oh, okay. And then the song Weak. I love the song Weak where she samples, I don't know what it is that he done to me. Flo Milli, bitch. Okay. And then Backpack, that's another one, y'all. Flo Milli, she just got bars. She got bangers, she got bars. Flo Milli is that chick to me. So I'm glad I saw her on there. But yeah, nonetheless, they basically are in the studio. So then we get to the scene where Shay, in the first episode, I already knew this was gonna be some bull honky. Because in the first episode, she was like, yeah, everybody was wondering who the baby daddy is. Well, he finally made his way down here. Because everybody was like, so is the man married? Is he with somebody else? Like, what? Why is this baby daddy a secret? And so, I don't know where he moved down from. I can't remember. But nonetheless, she's like, he finally came down here. I.e., she got pregnant and she on the show. So now he got a little bit of incentive to come down to Miami, because Shay's got this kind of like platform essentially, and really she got a storyline with him, which is what's going on right now. So she's like, we need to sit down and have a talk, because she's like, look, like, I got standards now. You got 365 days, and of course his Jamaican stuff. Oh, you can't rush me. You just, you can't put that pressure on me. We love each other. And she was like, you keep telling me like, oh, I love you just as much as you love me. And so then she's like, I feel like Fabo, he always, wants to feel like I got him, like I'm in his back pocket, especially now that she has the baby, which this is what a lot of niggas do. They get girls pregnant just so they can have her as the spin around. Like, she's always gonna be on the block nonetheless. Because men know, as much as men complain about women being emotional creatures, y'all use those emotions to your benefit. Y'all use the fact that women are emotionally connected to men that they, hook up with or have babies with. And y'all use that as a way to keep them in your back pocket, as Shay says. Not only that, once she has a baby, it's going to deter other dudes from her, because we all know how men feel about women with kids. Like, And that's why he's trying to give her another one. And she's like, you're not trying to marry me, but you're trying to give me another baby. So what's that all about? Oh, because Jaja she needs a sibling. No, he's trying to keep you locked down. He's trying to make you less appealing to other men. And then that's what these dudes do. Shay said that him and her have been doing this for 10 years. 10 years? And you still trying to talk about, oh, you can't rush it. He did say he's not ready for marriage. So, Shay, you're not listening. That's another thing, women, I hate to say, but y'all have it in y'all's head, this fairy tale that y'all have, and Shay and her confession, like, we're doing the family thing. Daddy's down here. I can't stand when women call they dudes daddy. Daddy's down here to stay. Is he? Is he? Because the man keep telling you he's not ready to get married. And clearly y'all's on and offness throughout the years means he can't keep it in his pants. And then the minute he's like, oh, you got to put up on safari, be right into the party, just like, and she like, with safari, I think not. He's like, why? She's like, not that I don't trust you, I don't trust him. No, you don't trust neither. Fabo been cheating over there with his prison plats. Them prison plats that he got in his head. And Shay, it's not going to be reasonable or feasible for you to think that you're going to be able to go everywhere with your man. If you feel like you got to go everywhere with your man, then that's not a healthy relationship to be in. And the fact that you have a daughter and this is another thing too, like y'all be having daughters and still be operating in a way that you would never want your daughter to operate in a relationship with a man ever. You, Shay, would look at your daughter sideways if she had a man that she was begging to marry her after 10 years. And that's true, T. But let's go ahead and move on. What's his name? What's Trick Dollars? He said he trying to grow up and, he's watching all these other men elevate and stuff like that. So I think that kind of influenced Trick. I gotta do better. So he got rid of his goals. Plies, he saw Plies get rid of his goals with his shiny teeth. So, he trying to do the damn thing. And so he in the studio, Gunplay come by. And, they basically chop it up. Him and Gunplay, been in this thing since the get-go. So he's like, checking in on Gunplay, how he's doing. He was like, man, he's like, you domesticated, you married, got a kid. He's like, yeah, I'm trying to do the thing. He's like, so who is she? Who the wife? He's like, I met this 24-year-old. I said, 24? Ain't Gunplay like 50-something? This is we be talking about. Like, all these dudes talking about, oh, this might be good for younger women. Y'all go for younger women because they're easier to manipulate. Like, just shut up. Stop using these excuse stuff like, oh, they know how to be submissive. They're not combative. Because they haven't experienced the man yet. Y'all are trying to give these girls to be their first experience. Y'all don't want the damaged one. Y'all want to do the damaging. That's really what it is. So yeah. She 24, got a PhD, now she went to like Harvard or some stuff like that. So he saw basically a good one to lock down. Oh, she got her together, she making money, she part of the feds, as we'll talk about later on. But yeah, he basically saw a team to lock down. And that's what he did. They basically talk about him being drug free and him admitting, that he had to, accept that he had a problem and things need to be fixed. And, he's going drug free because he has more people to think about. But yeah, you weren't thinking when allegedly your ass was at home doing nothing but playing games. And when she asked you to keep it quiet, you pulled a gun on her and the baby. Now, she said that she wasn't going to go back to him, but we always know how this goes, especially with women who are in a state of abuse, in a smoochive state of mind. They tend to always say, I'm never going to go back, but they always go back. So we just going to hope to see that, like, she stick to her words. So he's like, I gotta go relieve Von Shay of her mommy duties. So he get there and she basically let him know, I ain't cooking because I'm on my. He's like, oh, you on thesis mode? She's like, yup. So she basically talking about, we get introduced to Von Shay. She's like, yeah, like I'm not just a regular girl. I've been traveled from country to country. I've I'm super educated. I'm now getting ready to, go and get another master's or something, like, so she can be a part of the federal criminal, department or whatever. And Gunplay, he's intrigued by that because, he's like, oh, that's every thug's dream, they woman. Basically, it's like sleeping with the enemy, like turn on type stuff. Like, oh, I got the fed. I can bring her over to the dark side type stuff. Or, oh, like, I get the insight on what's going on, in the on the other side of the fence. But then she reveals, like, because they start talking about her mom and the sipping sea, and they finally want to do the sipping sea because the baby, had heart surgery and all that type of stuff like that, and they did a GoFundMe, and with some of that money from the GoFundMe, he done bought Rick Ross a chain, allegedly, but where else did he get the money from? Because you GoFundMe, and so everybody felt some type of way about that. I definitely would have too. But yeah, so she's like, yeah, the sipping sea, everybody's gonna be there, my mom too. And he was roll his eyes, and she's like, look, you don't get along with my mom. He's like, well, she gonna be there, I ain't gonna be there. She's like, so it's like, F your daughter? He's like, no, F your mama. And so she basically reveals that she grew up in a very strict, educational forward household. So now it like clicked exactly why her and Gunplay are a thing. It was clearly a form of rebellion. And then when you are a girl that's in that realm of like education forward, straight laced community, when you see that thuggism, it's just something very appealing, attractive about it. They have a charisma, they have a kind of like personality that is very enticing. We all know what I'm talking about. It's the it's the thug thizzle of it all that's just super enticing, it's the way they walk, like the way they talk, like it's just when you in that kind of like straight laced community, it kind of like you don't know how to be like, okay, that energy, that's not that power ain't for good, that power ain't for good with these thugs. It's super enticing, but it'll get you stuck in a mess, and that's what it got you stuck in a mess. And so basically the mama sent like a 3-page essay about how he ain't gonna be, and he nothing but, a druggie. The mama was a Jamaican cuckoo bird, all types of stuff. And so I heard that, I was like, oh, I can kind of tell what kind of mama she is. Like, I can see it. And then when I saw her at the actual sipmacy, I was like, oh yeah, I know what type of mama she is. She basically like, my mom is very controlling, she's very manipulative. She never wants to take responsibility for things that I tell her that, hurt me, or the ways that she's messed up in my life. And I can tell absolutely at the sip and see what type of mama that she is. But at this moment, Gunplay was like, F your mama and the horse she rode in on. She can kick rock in open-toed shoes. So Fabo, no. So Amara, she's straddling Safari, reading the comments from her birthday party, because we all know Safari went over there and put out these Rolexes for babies who can't even hold their neck up straight. Like, ugh. So she reading the comments like, oh my God, are they really together? How's he buying Rolexes when he don't pay his child support? She's like, you pay your child support? Like, are you really not paying your child support? He told my mother, if I wasn't paying, I'd be in jail like yesterday. He didn't answer the question. No, he ain't paying his child support inconsistently and on time. That's the get me gotcha. Are you really paying it consistently and on time? No. So she's like, they were like, oh my God, he doing this. He still got a wife. She's like, are you still married? Are you officially divorced? He's like, yes, I'm divorced. Like, Amara, you stupid. I don't know if y'all doing this just for, the show. You willing to look stupid for the show, for the check? I don't know. But if you really is considering this girl just dumb, just stupid. So basically, she in the kitchen with him like, I'm just scared, but I really appreciate, everything that you've done for me and for my babies, and my mama actually likes you, and all this type of stuff. And she's like, I just want to take my time, take our time. And he's like, yeah, we're just gonna, let this ride out and see where it goes. I.e., I'm just gonna ride this till I feel like I don't want you no more, or you smarten up and realize that, I'm just playing games. So Safari, he is, so Super Cindy. Super Cindy has like the little cipher, and this is where we meet. What was her name? Damn, what was her name? Something Brinks. Dang, what was her name? Uh, Something Brinks. Sapphire Brinks. Saya Brinks. Dang, what is her name? Y'all, I can't think of her name right now. Something Brinks. So basically, we find out that she in the grind, she in the struggle, she doing hair, she doing hair, selling dough, and babysitting at the same crib, at the same place. Cops don't know when to kick the dough in, okay? But her being vulnerable and putting that on national TV, talking about like, I'm doing hair, I'm living here, and I'm willing to do it for the grind. I have absolute respect for that because a lot of people wouldn't be, strong enough to be that vulnerable, to the public. Like, I'm out here struggling. I ain't got nowhere to live. Like, some people would be embarrassed by that, but this is just a starting point for her, So, Brinks, I appreciate that. Like, I have nothing but the utmost respect. Of course, she's talking about, like, she's not the typical look, of course, in the industry. She's a big girl, darker skins. Like, we already know what that means in the industry, which it doesn't surprise me why she said, she's like, I've been in the studio writing for other people, and I'm sick of, like, basically not getting my just due. Like, and that's what always happens. If you're a girl who happens to be talented, but you don't look the part, they'll basically be like, write for our other people. You could do that as like some change on the side and just to get your way kind of like into the studio. But you start to feel a type of way like, I could be putting this energy into like my career. And so that's what she's doing. She's getting ready for the cipher. She showed up to the cipher. Super Cindy's there, and here go Trina. So Trina is walking in, attitude on stank, attitude on like, I really mess with Trina. Like, you don't want that been the places I've been, the 4-5 best friends. Like, we really respect Trina just out of like who she is, but we gotta start, being honest about Trina. Trina's career didn't like blow up out of Miami the way it could have. I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that, she didn't have the right people around her. And she probably also didn't have people around her that would be able to be so honest with her and what was necessary for her career to thrive. Because Trina is not one of those people who is susceptible and responsive or could be receptive to constructive criticism, because she's a lasher outer. She is an exploder. So if you tell, like, we've seen Trina go off. So especially the way she walked in, like, I got somewhere to go. I'm just so tired of, people pulling me every which way direction. And when you are the queen of Miami, everybody wants something out of you. Like, understood. But you're the one putting this on your plate. Nobody's telling you to put all this on your plate. You're the one who's accepting these things. And so when there are some people I've noticed just through my own form of therapy and what I'm working through, there are some people, as much as they complain about stress, they do everything but eliminate stress. You talk about you're tired of having so much on your plate, Trina, so stop adding to your plate. But she lives and thrives in stress because that's what keeps her from really operating in a healthy way and also addressing a lot of the pain that you can tell that Trina's going through. Like, for real, especially with her mother, God rest her soul. Like, Trina's going through, I'm sure, with a lot of losses and a lot of things that she has not properly like grieved and gone through, which we clearly see that her and Raymond ain't together no more. So it's like, it's obvious that she would just rather be upset and blow up about other stuff instead of truly addressing the issues that she's hurting with in life. So when she goes in there, she like, what's up, Cindy? Cindy has a girl come over and she's like, hey, what's up, Trina? She's like, hi. All right, let's go. I ain't talking to no more people. I don't want to meet nobody else. Bye, Cindy. She's like, I gotta go. Like, if your schedule was that tight, you didn't have to say yes. You really could have been like, girl, Cindy, I have to catch you another time. Like, that Trina, and like, we have been watching Trina have a bad attitude for seasons now. Like, we gotta stop acting like that probably honestly doesn't play a part also in why her career didn't blow up the way we know Trina could have. So that's why she's always gonna stick to Queen of Miami, all that type of stuff. Because, I mean, at this point, like, we know out of Miami, there are other girls whose career has gone more mainstream and, continue to be mainstream, but neither here nor there. Y'all don't want to really have that conversation. So she walked out with attitude, so much so that even Bobby and Tip was like, dang, like, yikes. Like, okay, like, I get it. You might not be having a good day, but you don't want to do that to other people because, like, and now Cindy had to look at a girl like, and that's why they say never meet your idols, because you get disappointed with the way they act, and like that kind of happened for her. Like, dang, I just really met my idol, and she just kind of like scoffed at me, really. And so Super C's like, I ain't making no excuses, but we just don't know what she's going through. Okay, right. So moving on. Fabo, he meets up with Safari. He go and get a handshake. Oh, what's up, my guy? And then Shay was like, hey, Safari. He was like, what in the mother sucker? He's like, what you doing here? He said, I tried to come to do the slide through, but no work. He said, me not work. So yeah, it didn't work. He tried to slide through. Shay was like, I'm going to. We together. So basically they just start talking about, like, them being together. And he's like, you can't rush the man. What y'all got is good. Y'all have nothing to worry about. If what they got is good, then why he can't marry her, especially after having a child with her. Like, it's stuff like that. Like, I just, like, niggas be acting like they don't know what they're doing. And Shay, you know what he's doing, but you want to play into the delusion. So he started asking Shay about Amada. She like, what's your intentions? He really ain't said what his intentions was. He basically was like, oh, you don't meet Amada, you don't each other for 5 years. I love Amada. She's like, oh, really? Oh, yeah, you love her, all right. He was like, we're just gonna go with things. I'm not gonna rush it, But then he said that, but then on the other hand, he was like also, oh, well, we known each other 5 years and we just got together and boom, I'm in a relationship. So which one is it? Y'all are just vibing or are you in a relationship? Like, that's the stuff that dudes be doing. It's like 1 minute we know we not together, and the next minute it's like, but we together, okay? So he's like, then he want to get a vasectomy. She's like, how that gonna work? Cause the model want more kids. He like, well, I mean, I'm single. I don't have to tell her. And so he's like, we'll have to meet, another time. We have to slide through, we'd have to do the bikes. And Shay was like, I'm going to, and how about you invite a model? Shay, you not gonna be able to keep this up for the rest of your life if you marry this dude. Like, you not gonna be able to be on his ass cakes 24/7. It's clear he ain't faithful. Like, so we looking at him. It's like I said, with his prison plats, we know he ain't faithful. But moving on. So it's time for, the party. And Amada La Negra and Shay start talking. And they basically look at each other like, what's up? What's up with you? And they both like, I don't know why she got an attitude. Because Safari basically brought up to Shay at the pool hall, like, he was kind of upset and she's the reason it went viral. No, it was going to go viral regardless of what Shay said. It went viral because you two decided to use her birthday party as a relationship, like, introduction. Like, come on now. And then the fact that you gave them babies Rolexes is the reason that it went viral. So don't put that on Shay. And Shay was like, did you not hear what I said? I hope y'all happy. Like, if she happy, I'm happy. So they kept conveniently trying to skip that part. So when she was talking to Amara, she was like, yeah, I heard you, you got some things. She's like, what I call Safari? She's like, we just, we're just dating. She's like, so you were upset? And as they were talking, like, Osan and all them came in. The baby's super cute. We meet the mama. I saw the mama, and I know exactly the type of woman she is. Super controlling, super intrusive. If you don't do it exactly the way that she wants, she'll find a way to make you the problem. Like, I can tell exactly what type of woman she is. When you try to call her out of her stuff, all she's going to do is deflect what she did with Gunplay. So after Gunplay did his poem or whatever, and he said, girl, I'm going to eat your butt. I was like, he's going to say that in front of the parents? Like, that's how I am. Like, I ain't comfortable like that. Like, it was funny, it was cute, but I just would have felt so uncomfortable. She was like, did you really say? He's like, we got a kid. They know we got a kid. Like, girl, they know what we be doing. Like, literally, there's a product of what we be doing, in their hands right now. So he's like, I'm gonna pull your mama. So she's like, oh my God. So he pulls the mama to the side and he's like, you and your husband, y'all are, a well of knowledge and stuff like that. And so, I find that really important. And, and so she's like, me and you, we both have the same gift, the gift of words. He's like, yeah, you got a gift of words, all right. So much so that wrote me a 3-page later. Must be how I and so the girl come over and Gunplay's like, no, we got it. And so she come and sit to the side. And then the mama's like, well, he was like, so what makes me the bad guy? Well, I'm realizing that, I'm going to have to let her be. And she's like, but you won't let me be. Like, you literally are in every part of my life. You really won't let me be, like, handle my own stuff. You say something, you don't want to acknowledge it. And Gunplay was like, it was good to see her, stick up for me in public. But the way she was talking over her mom, we really couldn't get her mom to say anything. And every time Gunplay asked that woman a question, she never answered the question directly. She always turned it to something else. So watch it back. She never answered those questions directly. So I know exactly the type of woman that she is. And she was like, what's going on with me and Richard has nothing to do with you. And she's like, I'm going to say this last time. We're not going to talk about it here. Which understood, like, they could talk about it another time. So Shay and Amada, they basically get into it. And she's like, so what is with you and Safari? Like, I feel some type of way. Like, we clearly aren't as close as I thought because you didn't tell me about him. And Amada's like, just because I don't call you, doesn't mean like we got a problem. Which, as friends, when you get older, you understand like we don't gotta talk every day, girl. Like, even if I don't tell you everything, like we're okay, we're friends. But I think Shay is one of those people who takes everything personally and everything as an attack. And if you're my friend, that means, girl, we gonna talk and have late night slumber parties and reveal everything to each other. But Amara is like, I wanted to be my happy delusional bubble. She didn't tell Shay nothing because she knew Shay was going to do exactly what she's doing right now, which is basically call that man a slut. Okay, he nothing but a slut bucket. And girl, don't get played. You look stupid. Shay, y'all both look stupid. Safari playing her and y'all nigga playing you. So I guess y'all just two dumps in a pod, okay? And then Amara started calling Shay insecure. Like, you're just acting insecure. Like, I'm like, what does insecurity come into this? Like, I just didn't like Amara doing that. But Shay was like, all right, girl, you want to be stupid. All right, then. Don't be mad when he play your dumb ass. And then she got up and everybody was looking at them. Shay does have a thing of, like, yelling and all type of stuff that's, like, Shay's always done that. And it's super unhealthy. And I can imagine that's how her relationship is. And no need for a baby to be caught in the crosshairs of that. So, love Hiphop Miami, you guys. That was the episode. Y'all tell me what you feel about the episode. Are y'all team Gunplay or team Mama? Was she wrong for, does Gunplay have a right to be mad at old girl's mama? As far as Safari and Amara La Negra, do y'all feel like it's just for the show? Do y'all feel like Shay is playing herself or trying to get this nigga to commit? Yeah, what do you guys think about Trina's attitude? Was Trina out of line? I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Catch you next time. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. See you next time. Bye.